So I'm super excited to make this video because this is the video I'm going to show you how I learned to do my trilling art. And I do want to tell you that I really wanted to give up on Spanish because I couldn't do the trilling art. Even though my friends encouraged me, don't worry about it, just keep on learning, it's fine. So when I learned to do the trilling art, it was like the greatest milestone ever. I still have a lot of work to do to learn to use the trilling art properly, but hey, it's a good start, right? So for this video, I'm going to divide it into two main components. The first part is going to be all the resources videos that I used, and the second part is going to be my own organized method in how to learn the trilling art. For example, if I were to teach myself again, that's what I would do. If you want to skip right into my own method, then click here or somewhere. I'll make a link somewhere so you can jump right into it. Okay, so for all the resources I use, I only remember the first and the last, so every other video's resource in between are kind of like not in the right order, but I just want to include all of them just in case that one of them might help you, you know? So, first one. So the first video is sent by my friend Edison, and you will get to hear from him more later on. So I'm really excited about that. Alright, so this video, it didn't really help me as much, but I do want to say that now that I know how to do the trilling art, it's more helpful now. Because the girl in the video, she gives a comparison of the single art and the double art and the sum. So it's helpful after you learn how to do the trilling art. She does have a small section on how to do the art if that might help you. Video number 2. The second video, in summary, it uses words like butter, later, and cuatro to constantly, repeatedly say the word until you somehow hit that brr sound that you want. This number 2 is connected to number 3. So number 3 I want to talk about, it's my language partner. It's one of my language partners or friends. I prefer to call them friends, but I don't know if I'm friends to them or not. But anyways, so let's say language partners to be more official. What I did was I had him to do a demonstration, a live demo of how he does the trilling art. I felt really bad because while you're learning the trilling art, I want to say that you probably end up spitting a lot, so make sure you don't practice that in front of a screen because you will be splitting all over your screen. So yeah, so he was doing a live demonstration, so he was splitting all over the place, and I just would not do it because I was so embarrassed to do that trilling art, try to learn to do that trilling art. So what his tip is also trying to get from like Pedro, the throw until you kind of like hit that sound, like faking the R sound first until you somehow hit that magical sound. So yeah. And another thing about having a language partner is that you'll be able to get immediate feedback. So he was really helpful because he was able to point me to the right direction to let me know whether I'm getting closer or if I'm getting further away. So it was really helpful to have that section, to have him like correct me in a live section. Number 4, this video talks about imitating a pirate. So I cannot sing, I cannot imitate, so it didn't work out for me. And the second important point that she has is talking about getting your tongue relaxed is through drinking some wine or beer. I can't remember which one she said, but since I don't drink, it doesn't work for me. It might work for you if you drink. Number 5. Number 5 is a really good video to see the close-up, like really close-up of how to do that. This video is divided into 4 stages. I only got to the first stage. I could not get to 2, 3, and 4. So the first stage is doing this. This is going to be helpful in the later part of this video. Number 6. So this video is a little bit different from others because first of all, it's in Chinese Mandarin, so I don't think there's a subtitle, and I don't really know how to explain her method properly, correctly. So if you know Chinese Mandarin, this might help. If not, then sorry. So in essence, it's something about letting the shower water run, and then you try to push the air, like something like that. I cannot do that in the shower. I tried that and it was horrible. Like I feel I was drowning, so maybe I was doing it incorrectly, but what I can do is I can do it with water. I don't think that I'm doing correctly. I'm not doing the way how she said, but here's what kind of helped me. I don't know if this is the same one that she's talking about now, but this is how I do it. So for example, let me have some water. I need some water, and you need to keep the water in there. much what I did with that is have water in it and acting like that you are flossing your mouth, and you're just kind of like doing that little bubbling thing. It's still not the right shape, but I kind of like, it helped me to learn, like try to relax the tongue a little bit using that. Number seven, so besides of number 3's language partner, I have another language partner. So what he did was he did these 3 things for me, which I thought was really incredible, really nice of him. So the first one he did was he sent me a audio clip of his Chinese Mandarin teacher speaking in fluent Spanish, of course with the right trilling art as well. So it was really impressive. It really like, it's a big encouragement. And the second thing he did was we are doing Spanish Chinese Mandarin language exchange. So he's learning Chinese Mandarin and he noticed this thing that the trilling art, it's a little bit similar to the Chinese which I will also talk about that in my part of the video, in the later section of the video. That's one really big connection. And the third thing that he did was he sent me a really cute audio clip, and I'm sorry I cannot show you that. This audio clip is of his brother. His brother is 6 years old. So back then, when I still couldn't do the art, his brother just recently learned how to do art. So in his audio clip, he was asking his brother like, how do you do the art? Everything's in Spanish, so I don't know what they said. But I did get to hear the little brother demonstrating the art. It's so adorable because kids are so innocent, and when you hear them talk, it's just so adorable. So that helped me a lot as well. Try to hear from a kid instead of from an adult. So maybe, I guess, different perspective, even though the sound is still the same sound. But anyways, it's a really adorable clip. So the English search failed, and I also tried to look up like a technical method of how to do it. For example, like learning all the technical terms. I didn't learn it, just so you know. I still don't know it. It's too confusing for me. Even if it's in English or in Chinese Mandarin, all the terms are too complicated. It's like all the sound stuff. Like I admire people that know all the stuff because it's just too confusing for me. The English search failed. I ended up looking for the Chinese version of it. So I found this video of Xiao Zhu. Xiao Zhu is his nickname. He's a Taiwanese actor and singer, I think. Or is it actor and host? I don't remember. In this video, he says a full Chinese sentence with the trilling R, which I thought was really funny and really cool. And one of the biggest takeaway from that video is his reference to a childhood memory. I don't know if you did that or not, but I certainly did that. Oh, another thing. That video is in Chinese Mandarin, so yeah. I'm sorry, English speakers. Hey, that gives you an excuse to learn Chinese Mandarin, right? Anyways, so the biggest reference is that he talks about how, I don't know if you did that, but I did that when I was a kid. It's like you would be talking in front of a fan. Like, so let's pretend that there's a big fan right here. I'll be like talking into the fan, and the sound that bounces back sounds like you talk with the trilling R. Anyways, it's not even funny when I try to say it. So go watch the video. Even if you don't know it, I will point you to the right timing so you can hear him try to talk Spanish. No, you can listen to him talking in Chinese Mandarin with the trilling R in every word. It's so funny. But then again, if you don't know Chinese Mandarin, I don't know if you can tell the difference. Alright, let's continue. Okay, so now this is how I practiced. Back then, I was at one challenge, which is a 90-day challenge. So what I did was my commitment was to spend 30 minutes a day for 90 days. I did miss a few days, but anyways. So that means every day I was doing something related to Spanish. I spent a lot of time listening to podcasts and just, I don't know what I did. It's not, all I know is I didn't make a lot of progress, but I did make a little progress there. So I ride a bike to school and it takes me an hour back and forth. So whenever I'm on my bike, I'll be listening to a podcast, sometimes English, sometimes Spanish. So while I was doing that, I'll be trying to practice my R at the same time. And oh my god, it's so embarrassing. At one point, the podcast paused, and I realized that I was making a really loud R sound, or tried to make the R sound. I bet people passing by me thought I was crazy or something doing that weird sound. Anyways, so that's that. I didn't spend 30 minutes every day on it because trying to practice the trilling R can get really tiresome really quickly. So I'll say that I pretty much spend 10 minutes every day for 3 weeks. Okay, so I would say that I pretty much spend 10 minutes every day for 3 weeks to finally get to the trilling R. Okay, so now we are going to talk about my method. That is, if I were to teach myself again how I would do it, on top of using those resources, but this is a more organized way to do it. My method, that is. So I want to say that because it's the way how I explain things, it might not be technically correct. So please don't get mad about that. Alright, so before we start, there are two things that I want to point out. First of all, you are not purposely making a sound. For example, when we say the word hello, you are manually forming the shape and manually making that sound hello, right? So you're doing that manually. But for this, brr, it comes on its own, it's automatic. So it's not a sound that you try to make it manually. It's something that if you get the right, if you have the right things in the right place, it's going to produce that sound. So if you are purposely trying to fake the R sound, you are on the wrong track. I mean, that's for my method, you're on the wrong track. Alright, second, it's very closely related to the first one. That is, we are pushing air out. We are not trying to make a sound. We are just pushing the air, and the air will create that vibration. The end result will create that sound. Alright, so here are the steps. Step number 1, learn how to push air. So remember, if you didn't watch the first part of the video, it's okay. I'm going to reference again here. So the first thing is to learn how to push the air. What you do is try to see if you can do this. Close your mouth, push your air. You see how just the lips are vibrating? So what I want you to do is, instead of making that long push, do this. So instead of you have so feel how your body is making that push action. I don't know if it's coming from the throat or the body. So that's how you learn to push the air. Step number 2, it's try to do this, see if you can do it. That is That is a Chinese Mandarin character. So if you know Chinese Mandarin, you are one step ahead. So if you don't know how to make that sound, it's okay. We will demonstrate that with a picture. So what I want you to remember from that is the position of your tongue. So So step number 3 is going to combine step 1 and 2. So with that position, combine it with the pushing action from step number 1. So try to push one air at a time. So now you can try to make it longer. That's like a very exaggerated way to show it. As you become more familiar with it, you don't have to make that really exaggerated position. You could just go like My tongue is like really up front, it's not all the way up. You don't have to learn how to make a really long one, because all you will really be using is just the first the first second of it. So I don't even know if I'm making the sound right, but just saying that you don't have to make that really long one. All you need to do is just to get the feel of it. Okay, lastly, there's a phrase that actually helped me when I didn't know how to do the R. But once I learned how to do the R, I tried to use it again and it doesn't work. The phrase is, pretend there is no tongue. So you are not just saying that phrase, but you also believing that phrase. Even though the phrase final position is not where your tongue is supposed to be, but it helped me to finally get to the R. I don't know how and why, but you could try that, see if that will help. Okay, I hope this helps. This is like the golden example of practice makes perfect. It doesn't have to be a really long practice. You could just practice a few minutes a day like what I did, and just be very consistent with it, and eventually you'll get it. I hope. I cannot guarantee that though. But anyways, good luck. Bye.